Your weather authority, your KTAB forecast first.
Well, after a day that will be forever remembered in the annals of weather history here in the Big Country, things have calmed down a great deal across the Big Country, and thankfully we're going to have a very peaceful evening and a nice day tomorrow. 55 in the morning, a little bit cool, and then 76 by lunch. Lots of sunshine by tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be warm and humid. That's your forecast first. KTAB News Weekend starts now.
With coverage you can count on, this is KTAB News Weekend.
Evening, I'm Nathan Grieve. Tonight we cover the damage left behind as a storm tears through town early this morning. Many people calling this a tornado. Now, the old rule of thumb about it walking like a duck and quacking like a duck come to mind here, but the National Weather Service has not yet confirmed that this is a tornado. They're expected to make the trip from San Angelo tomorrow for the investigation, when we'll know just what to call this thing. Now, if it is indeed a tornado, it would be the first time a tornado is recorded as hitting within the Abilene city limits. But until we hit that point, we still have to call it officially straight line wind damage. Now, with that out of the way, many witnesses do say that whatever it is that ripped apart their homes was a tornado. Now, the damage stretching around a large portion of West and North Abilene, and then that storm pushing further north all the way up to Lake Fort Phantom Hill. Now, we're going to be looking at some of those damaged homes and businesses in a moment here, but some of the good news that we have to report, still no word on any serious injuries just yet, which certainly has people saying that it could have been much, much worse. Now, to start things off, we're going to start big, work our way small as we look at drone video. Or excuse me, we've already seen that. There's drone video. This does give us a bird's eye view of all of that weather as it tears through the neighborhood. You can see it starting to come into view there. And now here we are on ground level again. This is from the U-Haul Rental Center. That's on South 7th Street. That's right around Kent Beck Motors. And you can actually see one of those trailers blown over, a lot of debris in that area. And then if we move south a few blocks from there, this is behind Reagan Elementary School on Hartford Street with a lot of damage done to their play area. Now, all of this is to the west of the Winters Freeway. It's not all the way over to Dyess Air Force Base, though, but if we flip on over to the east side of the freeway, neighborhoods there also impacted substantially. Now, the video we were going to look at is from Don Juan Street. It's taken all the way down the street, starting at the intersection at Pioneer Drive, continuing further west several blocks. Quite a bit of damage here to take note of as well, and a lot of neighbors already out and about throughout the early morning hours, in the twilight hours, checking up on each other to make sure that everyone's doing all right. Now, with all that destruction, however, does come a need from the families who are displaced after the storm. The Abilene Red Cross chapter setting up shelter for those affected by the storms today at G.V. Daniels Recreation Center. That's at 841 North 8th Street. They're expecting to house and feed 6 families this evening, but if they need to help more people, they are prepared to continue to help anybody who does come in and say that they need help tonight.
They can come here and have a place to sleep and get something to eat. And we will be here as long as we are needed.
The Salvation Army also rolling up to the neighborhood, offering food and drink to all of the different people who are helping to clean up the area. Now, they're making plans for a long day of helping others, a long week, really, a long weekend.
Very important to us to serve the members of our community. We know that people are hurting right now, and there's a lot of construction going on in this area, and so we want to make sure that we can be of assistance to our neighbors here in Abilene, and that's what we're going to do.
She says the Salvation Army shelter is open to anybody who's displaced by the storm, opening their doors as well. Now, these disastrous weather conditions struck when the sun was down, no light to be seen, but support from the Abilene community is making that rebuilding process for storm victims just a little bit brighter. KTAB's Mercedes Hernandez joins us in the studio now. Mercedes.
Thank you, Nate. All day, the KTAB team has been covering the devastation left behind by the storm. And while you didn't have to look too hard to find debris, shattered windows, or gutted homes, you could also easily find neighbors willing to help each other pick up the pieces.
At 5:56 this morning, we received reports of a tornado touching down, or a potential tornado touching down in Abilene.
Striking while most were still asleep, but some were awake.
I watched it through the window. It touched back here somewhere. It was a little bitty thing, and then it just started spinning faster.
Watching their homes get carried away.
This is what's left of my house.
and not really sure what to do next.
Did you ever think you would experience it?
No, nope, never in a million years.
But once the sun came out, so did Helping Hands.
I just checked on my kids and made sure my little ones at home and they were good. So once my family was good, I decided that it's time for me to go help someone else's family.
A similar spirit shared by many, one that's not gone unnoticed.
I am overwhelmed with the generosity of this community on a regular basis, and that was on full display today as I saw literally the hundreds of volunteers out there rolling their sleeves up, fellow citizens helping each other out.
And while much was lost after this storm, many are finding a silver lining together.
Do you know the homeowner?
No, I don't, but he's gonna be my new best friend now.
You can help spread a little more sunshine to storm victims tomorrow. Nathan will fill you in on that in just a second. In studio with coverage you can count on, Mercedes Hernandez, KTAB News. Back to you, Nate.
Mercedes, thank you for that report, and thank you for all you've done today. Certainly very busy for Mercedes. She was out and about collecting a lot of stuff for us that we're able to help make sure that you're all informed. Now, we also spoke with City of Abilene officials. They also praised the efforts of those neighbors, helping neighbors during a media conference this evening at City Hall, where an open invitation was given to those who still want to help.
An opportunity tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. show up at the old Kmart and volunteer to help our neighbors, as well as funds, if you choose to give either to United Way or the Community Foundation.
Now, after this damage, some homes could be left open to the potential looting, but Abilene Police Chief Stan Standard says his department is taking steps to prevent any more harm being done to those storm victims.
The Abilene Police Department is hiring additional officers. Those officers will be coordinated by a sergeant, so we're going to bring in an entire squad of additional officers and supervisor, and they will be in place 24/7. We will predominantly be in 4 of the most impacted areas of the city, and then we'll have a couple of additional roving patrols.
And more from the City of Abilene. They're going to be holding an emergency City Council meeting tomorrow morning. That's bright and early at 8 a.m. We'll be streaming that live on our website at bigcountryhomepage.com. Congressman Jody Arrington also making statements as well. He represents Abilene in the U.S. House of Representatives. Now, in his statement, he says, in part, I spoke with Mayor Anthony Williams and other local officials and was encouraged to learn that there were no reported injuries or fatalities. Please continue to pray for those who have been affected by the storm. That quote from Jody Arrington. And now, Sam, we have some more details to all these storms.
I know a lot of this happened so fast and furious throughout the morning. A lot of people say, now, where did all that happen? So let's go to our graphics, and we want to detail for you the history of the storms and where they all took place. First of all, you see all the little icons on our screen, and each one of these little icons represents an official storm report. Up here around Abilene and then down through Runnels County and Coleman County. Let's take them one by one in sections. First of all, this obviously is the Abilene area. We had the storm that happened across the South 7th area, the Alameda area, then up by the Impact area, and then this right up here is the storm near Hawley. And as this storm worked its way northeast, it moved into Shackelford County and then lost the tornadic components. It just became a severe thunderstorm. Then we had this storm that was down in southwestern Runnels County. It first started with a tornado warning for southwestern Runnels County. It marched through the city of Ballinger with damage there in Ballinger and very heavy rainfall. And as it worked its way across Runnels County, nearly 2-inch size hail right on the Coleman and Runnels County line. And then and right in this area right here, Silver Valley and over by Novice along Highway 84, a confirmed very large tornado touched down and caused some damage there. And you can see the arrow, the storm eventually went into Callahan County. We had a tornado warning for Callahan County for a time. That was eventually allowed to expire. But it was a lot going on with some very dangerous storms, and we're so thankful there was no loss of life. Very easily, situations like this have a ending that is much more grim with loss of life, and we're so thankful that that hasn't happened. And our hearts are certainly out to the folks that did lose property, because that's no small thing either.
And a lot of their neighbors, echoing a lot of what you just said there, that they are so very happy that their neighbors are still with them.
Absolutely.
Well, Sam, we appreciate that, and we will check back in again with Sam in just a little while for a look ahead at the weather that's yet to come for us. Now, we've mentioned the need for shelter already. We've talked about the need for food, for donations, groups all stepping up to help. Still more people and groups wanting to help out. The YMCA of Abilene posting to their Facebook page. Now they're offering up their shower facilities at the Redbud location to people who are left without access to that clean water, which certainly will be a welcome sight after a day like many of them have seen today. And another note, this is the Community Foundation of Abilene establishing a relief fund to help families. Their statement reads, donations to this fund will be used to assist victims of